263,000 feet, we are into the period that previously was described as blackout, when the ionization would normally block out radio communications, but with the line of sight to the tracking and data relay satellite upward, instead of having to come downward through that ionized layer, we still maintain communications and data flow. And Endeavour beginning to roll to the right now as part of the energy management and maintaining the proper angle of attack into the atmosphere. By rolling the vehicle, the lift is decreased, the descent rate is increased, and that maneuver helps maintain the proper angle of attack and the proper heating as the orbiter passes through the high heat region. Now passing through 237,000 feet altitude, 2,100 nautical miles from the landing site, and we'll shortly see the orbiter move from a right bank into a left bank to maintain the proper heading into the landing site at Kennedy.
That's affirmative, Endeavour, and that should give you a closed speed brake at 3,000 feet with a touchdown at 2,600 feet down the runway.
Listen, 2,600 feet down, thanks.
Endeavour Houston, energy, ground track, and nav are go. Take tack ends, and I got a new altimeter of 30.08.
Roger, 3008 and taking tack ends.
And with that exchange of calls, confirming that ground tracking is converging and tracking very well with the onboard guidance. We also have our first long-range view of the orbiter from an infrared camera. Endeavour at an altitude of 132,000 feet, and the range to the Cape is now 200 nautical miles. And toward runway 33 with a right overhead turn as they intercept the heading alignment circle. Orbiter now passing through 100,000 feet, Mach 4, 4 times the speed of sound. And range about 100 miles from the Cape.
Endeavour Houston, take air data.
Endeavour now processing air data from the true air data sensing probes in the nose of the orbiter. That will add further confidence and updates to the onboard guidance and navigation system. And Endeavour now passing over Orlando at an altitude of 91,000 feet. velocity Mach 2.8. Endeavour now at Mach 2, velocity of about 1,400 miles an hour. Altitude 77,000 feet. And we're about 50 miles now out from the landing site.
Denver, Houston, we show you on energy approaching the hack. No change to the weather. Surface winds are 330 at 6, peak 7. And you got to go for nominal drag chute deploy.
Roger, Houston, copy nominal drag chute deploy.
And Endeavour should shortly be going subsonic, announcing its arrival with twin sonic booms as it passes over Titusville. We're at an altitude now of about 60,000 feet. And we're sure that Commander Covey has taken control of the vehicle with the stick and is flying the vehicle manually, getting the feel and getting set up for the final approach and landing. Sync rate is still relatively high, 270 feet per second. Velocity now 900 feet per second, and the altitude is 40,000 feet. Covey now intercepting the heading alignment circle with a sweeping overhead right turn of about 243 degrees before coming out on the final approach for runway 33, heading south to north.
Endeavour, on energy at the 180.
Roger.
Endeavour, on energy at the 90.
Roger.
Altitude 18,000 feet, and sync rate 200 feet per second. And we're about 8 miles from the runway threshold at this point. Good views continuing to come in from the infrared cameras. orbiter now getting its final updates from ground systems, the microwave landing system, and that is also converging nicely and comparing nicely with the orbiter onboard system.
Endeavour on glide slope, on center line, surface winds 330 at 6.
Roger.
Altitude now passing through 5,000 feet. Endeavour now beginning to flatten its steep glide slope, coming in for final approach and landing. Gear down and lock. And touchdown. Nose gear touchdown. Drag chutes are out. Endeavour rolling out toward its final stop on runway 33 with a nice drag chute streaming out behind.
Wheel stop, Houston. We're back.
Roger, Endeavour. Thank you for the flawless flight. We look forward to using HST thanks to your great work to see further into our universe than ever before. Welcome home.
Thanks a lot. Convoy Commander Endeavour, how do you read?
Yeah, CDR, this is NCC. I got you loud and clear. Welcome home, and we're on our way.
Roger, we got you loud and clear.
Endeavour Houston, we have no post-landing deltas. You got to go to start on page 5-3.
Roger.
Endeavour Houston for Covey, we're ready for ammonia activation. We'd like to use A, PRI GPC, procedures on 5-8.